Planting a tree is one of the best ways to make our community greener, healthier, and more beautiful. Properly planting a tree is simple, but does require some preparation. We'll show you how to plant a tree the right way, so it can grow strong and thrive for years to come. Start by picking the right tree for your space, choosing a suitable location for your selected tree species. After you've selected your tree and planting location, gather your tools and materials. Planting a tree can take up to an hour, depending on the quality of soil and size of the tree, so make sure you have plenty of time to complete the task. Having the right tools on hand will ensure that you can plant your tree with minimal effort. Next, begin digging a hole that's 2 to 3 times wider than the tree's root ball, but no deeper than the root ball itself. You can use the shovel's handle to get a rough estimate of the width of the hole. Mark the hole's perimeter with your shovel and then start digging. Shovel the soil onto a tarp. You'll want that later. When digging, the sides of the hole should be gently sloped and the bottom should be firm, not loose. Pack the soil down with your foot if needed. If you run into hard, compact soil, use a pickaxe to break it up, then shovel. Once the hole is dug, check to make sure the hole is the correct depth. Use the handle of your shovel to measure the root ball's height. If necessary, remove soil at the base of the trunk to expose the root flare, the spot where the trunk widens at the base and roots begin, and measure from the root flare to the base of the root ball. Then lay a stick or another tool's handle across the hole and use your shovel's handle to measure the tree's depth. The hole should be 2 to 3 times wider than the root ball and be deep enough so that the entire root ball fits in the hole with the root flare at or slightly above the surrounding soil, about an inch above grade. Now it's time to plant your tree. Your tree will likely come in a container or root bag. In either case, the tree can be carefully laid on its side and the container or root bag fully removed. If possible, use your fingers to gently tease out the roots to encourage outward growth. This is especially critical for trees that have been grown in containers. Cut any circling roots that are too large to tease apart by hand. Position the tree next to the hole and gently drop or roll the tree in. Place the tree at the center of the hole. Again, use a stick or the handle of your rake and lay it down across the hole to make sure the root flare is level with or slightly above the surrounding soil. Stand back from a few angles to make sure the tree is planted straight. Adjust as needed by placing or removing soil from under the root ball and gently correcting and tamping soil to get the tree straight. Backfill the hole with the same soil you dug out. All native soil can go back into the hole, including any grass or small rocks. Gently firm the soil down with your foot as you go. Again, the tree should be planted deep enough to completely bury the root ball, but keep the root flare exposed. Apply mulch in a wide, shallow ring around the tree. Mulch helps retain moisture, deter weeds, and protects roots. When applying mulch, follow the 3-3-3 rule. A 3-foot radius, no more than 3 inches deep, and keep mulch 3 inches away from the trunk. Never pile it against the trunk or root flare, which is detrimental to tree health. Water the tree thoroughly right after planting. For the first 2 to 3 years, water weekly, up to 25 gallons per week depending on the tree's size, especially during dry spells when it doesn't rain. Regular watering is essential for your tree's survival during its initial years after planting. If necessary, protect your new tree from deer and lawn equipment using stakes, fencing, or trunk guards. If you use stakes, remove them after 1 year. Trunk guards and fencing should also be removed as the tree matures. And that's it. With these steps, your tree will have the best start possible. For more tips or help, visit kctrees.org.